Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Brother Hush, and this is Women's History Celebration Month. Now, listen, I came with the panel. I came with the panel. All right, they came to bring the pain. All right, and the info, and I'm telling you right now, I have four strong ladies. You know how you be playing spades, and you like, yo. I don't have possibles. All I got is books. Boom. I got books in this hand. I got books that are part of this panel. All right. So I don't know how I should do this because this is like the Brady Bunch style, but I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. So I'm gonna introduce to you. We have Latisha Russaw, Sigma Theta Alpha Military Sorority Incorporated. All right, give a wave, Latisha. Give a little wave so people know who you are. Okay, and then we've got Joy from the JOYous Foundation. Give a little wave, Joy. All right, and then we got the Honorable. The Honorable. I had to do a little shake with the voice. The little Honorable Tangi C Smith in the house. Give a little, representing right there. All right, TC. And then the lovely. All right, now listen. It's three distinct names. All right. We got the sovereign, the goddess, rapture. You know, I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna stop it because I'm gonna let these ladies, talk they talk, walk they walk, and let's get into it. 2 minutes, ladies. Give us a little bit about yourself, who you are, who you represent. Let's start with Latisha. Go ahead.
Well, good evening. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for inviting me. It is an honor to sit amongst these women, these divine, empowering women. So I'm honored and I'm blessed. So again, my name is Latisha Russaw. I am the Vice President and founder of Sigma Theta Alpha Military Incorporated. And I am so blessed to be part of an organization that looks to empower women. But more about me, I am a U.S. veteran, Air Force veteran. I served during Desert Storm. It was a time where my father was serving and I was in high school and I said, I got to go with him. I'm a daddy's girl. So I went ahead and enlisted. And actually, my father said every one of his children was going to serve, everyone that could, can, and will. And so I did. I did most of my time in Minot, North Dakota. I don't know if y'all know about that, but it was a very cold place. Moving forward, my military experience allowed me the opportunity to work and serve 3 now mayors. I currently work with the Department of Veterans Services, where I continue to serve. And what we do is we provide resources for veterans. So it's a good feeling to know that I am still in a role of providing a service to our country. We service veterans, military, and their family members. I faced a few challenges while I was in service. But that had allowed me the opportunity to be a voice, an advocate for our veterans, especially our women. I go hard for our women veterans, even harder for our families, because I know what it is to also be a wife to a military person. And so I don't have no regrets of going through the military. We have a lot of folks that said, why me, but not me. I use what I went through in the military to be a loud voice, to make sure that I understand and know the resources that are available, and I make sure that I get it out to our veterans. I'm a big proponent on each one, teach one. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I come from a line of veterans, so this was already in my blood. So
we
yeah.
like that. We like that when it's already in the system. You're like,
It's
no,
already
no,
in the
I
blood.
don't need none of that. You be at MEPS. I don't need none of that. I got it in my system. All
Correct,
right.
correct.
Well, we thank you for coming on to the show, to the PHIner Life Show. All right, where we get down with the get down and get on with the get on. Hey, everybody, Women's History Celebration. Joy. Joy. And wait, hold on. I ain't got no YouTube money to even sing the rest of that song. I ain't giving them no royalties. JOYous Foundation. Go ahead, talk your stuff, girl. Thank you for being on the show. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Hush, for having me. I am Gohanna, the founder and CEO of JOYous Foundation, a mentoring foundation for young ladies between the age of 11 and 18 years old. I am a U.S. Army veteran. I served 15 years in the military, and I am the first female to serve in my family. The reason for me founding or coming up with JOYous Foundation, because of my life experiences, my upbringing, and the people who was in my corner and who was not in my corner when I was coming up, for motivation, encouragement, support, anything that a young lady needs while she's coming up to become a successful woman. So my thing was, hey, I need to put this out here. These young ladies need this. So I came up with JOYous Foundation. While doing this, I'm being a single mother of 4, soon to be a grandmother. What else? I work full-time for Hormel as a production supervisor. I run a raw kitchen just for a short time because I just want to dedicate myself strictly to my foundation. What else? It's just so much is coming up, and in my experiences with the military as well. It wasn't a lot of support that I had while in the military, so we definitely need this as well. My resources that I have, women need that as well. So I have Joy Care, a program within JOYous Foundation, and it provides resources for women who has experienced sexual assault, domestic violence, drug and alcohol abuse. If I have not experienced one or all, somebody have, and I could share my experience or my story with them to overcome what they need, and the resources, the counseling, the mental health, the support that they need to, carry on with life. So that's me, and that's all about joy, and that's it.
Okay, well, listen, you gave us enough. And listen, ladies, we gonna talk about the resources and the needs of the women veteran population. That is one of the topics. All right, you guys to stay with us and tune in. I listen. Let me just be quiet. All right, TC, talk your stuff. The honorable. All right, Tangi Smith, go ahead, girl.
Hi, everyone. I am the Honorable Tangi C. Smith, and I served from 1997 to 2007. So I did 21 years in the Army. I was doing military. My husband's getting ready to retire now after 25 years. So for y'all that are military, we met in AIT. We are one of those. That's a fun known fact about me. And so less than a year after retirement, well, a couple of months after retirement, I created Women Elevated. For one, I had a house that I wasn't using, and I did not want renters. And there is a need for shelters. And everybody's always talking about, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that. But no, not a lot of people put their money where their mouth is, like actually put their assets on the line. Because I could rent this house, I could sell this house, but no, I donated it to the organization. And it was one of the first women transition homes within 100-mile radius all around Clarksville, Tennessee. And Clarksville, Tennessee is right outside of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And that's where I retired from. So I did that, and I did that retired in May, did that in October. And then around February, I was talking with then it was the county commissioner and the state rep, and they were like, you should really run for office. And I'll say, no, I'm not going to do that. Y'all are not going to have me out here doing that. So long story short, I did. and I won against a 17-year incumbent. And so I am a Montgomery County Commissioner, and that's where the honorable comes in. Because I was so excited. You see that on my bill. I was like, I told y'all the whole time I was in the Army. I told y'all. But so I'm really excited about that. I am, again, the founder of Women Elevated Incorporated. And I am also one of the founders of PHIner Military Incorporated as well. And that's one of the, was one of the initiatives, you know, and that was one of the things that, that we talked about. Like, we were doing Women Elevated, we were doing great. Like, we're one of the organizations that we lobby for ourselves at the White House, right? We've received donations and grants from, you know, federal, state, local. And so we've done really well in helping women veterans. And the most important thing that I do want people to know and understand, that 100% of the donations that we receive go straight back to our initiatives. And the reason that is because I'm retired. I'm a disabled veteran. My husband's Army officer. And I made a promise to God that if he could get me through 20 years, and if I could get through 20 years, you know, then I would do something for women veterans that I did not have to receive a paycheck for. So I did not receive a paycheck, you know, for Women Elevated. I do this, and this is my full-time job. So I don't receive a paycheck for Women Elevated. Like I said, 100% of your donations go back, but we do have grants. So that's another story. And we just started doing that, like getting those rolling in last year. So I think I've been blessed on that end of it. I kept my end of the bargain, and I think God has kept his end of the bargain. And so we not only help, of course, PHIner we're their initiative, but we're also open to other organizations too. You know, Women Elevated is not just PHIner. We give scholarships, and we give smaller grants to other veteran organizations as well. So we do help out, because like I said, we'll get money and we do what we can do, and then we're like, okay, we got to spend this. What do we do? And so it is always good to partner up. I always say that I will collab with just about anybody. You tell me what you need, but you got to tell me what you need, because when it's paperwork time, I got to articulate that, you know? So I'm just happy to be here, and I'm just happy to talk about it. I love, Brother Hush, what you've done, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about, because
we do. That's why I'm just like, you done talked about, you done killed my A block, my C block. You didn't kill like a quarter of my show, and then Latisha gonna kill some of it. Joy was killed. Listen, Tangi, you go to the corner now, because you done gave away a whole lot of my almost end of the show. Oh, listen, I need Sovereign Goddess Rapture. Listen, I didn't even tell y'all what organization she repping. Listen, I got female veterans, but nobody thinks about the spouses. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you are a service member and you marry, go kiss your spouse right now. Go kiss your spouse right now. Because when you're away doing your duty, somebody's cleaning that house, somebody's taking care of the bills, somebody making sure the kids are okay, somebody making sure that your mama or your papi, when they come by, they getting some lemonade, some Kool-Aid, some Frankfurters, whatever, that they okay, so that you may go out there and do what you do. So go kiss your spouse, all right? Listen, next woman I'm bringing to the stage, just as important, you know, organization, because spouses deserve and need support just as well. From Phi Nu Alpha Military Spouses Sorority Incorporated, Sovereign Goddess Rapture. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, talk your stuff. I'm gonna just be quiet right now. Go ahead.
Hello, and thank you again for allowing me to join this wonderful podcast. And hello, ladies. My name is Kiasha Daniels-Henderson, and I am one of the founders of Phi Nu Alpha Military Spouses Sorority Incorporated. I am located in Central Georgia, and it's not Atlanta. So I am married to my husband is in Air Force, and we've been married for 10 years and counting. The reason why I started Phi Nu Alpha Military Spouses Sorority is for women to know that they have resources out there. And I know how hard it is for us to be alone when our spouses are deployed and they don't have anybody to talk to or know about the areas that they're in or any other resources. So that's the reason why I started this this organization and to have a real sisterhood. We have 3 beautiful daughters, ages 9 and 3 and 12. So that's just a little bit about me. Thank you.
That's it. That's it. Oh, okay. Okay. See, she did it right. She did it right. She listened during pre-production, not to give away the A block, the B block, and the C block. See the spouses they that you know what? Listen, we're gonna go into our first topic because I'm not gonna hold y'all up because I know y'all needs to get in. All right, listen. We know it's Women's Celebration, Women's History Celebration, and we're all about empowering women. We're all about empowering the female veteran voice and the military spouses. So first topic is, and really, I'll just throw this question out there. You know, how can female veterans find their calling while they're in service or after service? That I feel that is one of the leading causes of being lost. You know, you come out the military and you don't know what you do. You don't know what your calling is. So I'm gonna throw that out there and somebody take it away. Here's the ball.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and take it away. I want to say that the women here on this panel is a prime example of women finding their calling, whether it's, after service, during service, a spouse, because a spouse is serving as well. So this is the women that are speaking tonight is an example of it. I know, from experience, when I came out of service, I was very lost. I didn't even know I was a veteran. I mean, because it wasn't spoken about. What I knew of a veteran was someone that deployed or someone that was old. And so I didn't know that I was a veteran. And it took someone that was a veteran to tell me, you're a veteran. You serve, you honorably discharged, you're a veteran. And that there was the spark for me to find out what's next, right? I think it's important that once you get out of service or even before service is knowing where your local VA is. Because there is where you're going to find out everything and all you need in regards to veterans, veteran resources, veteran service organizations. There is a start. But if that is not a cue for you, then you go for what you feel passionate about. I have an example. During COVID, everybody was shut down, closed in. Not me. Our job was to find out what was the greater need for our veterans in the community at that time, and it was food insecurity was the major issue. When I tell you, volunteers came out far and wide. They didn't care about COVID. They didn't care about what might happen in their health. Their job was to fulfill a need. And I had more women veterans come out than men because I think that for women, most, I'm not saying all, they have that nurturing ability anyway. I want to be there. I want to help. And some of the women that came out were women that were still in the service because they had that drive, that passion, because they knew that when they got out, this is something that they want to continue. How do I continue to serve? So I say, find your local veteran organization, find your local church, because there's always needs from there. There's someone that's always, some churches always have a pantry to give out food or clothing, find a shelter. Those are areas where I've sent our veterans that came to us and say, how can I continue to help? I think that those are good starting places. And then joining organizations, being a part of a movement, a sorority, a fraternity for men, a veteran organization such as those that have been, spoke about tonight. Be a part of it. Get in the movement. See where you can fit in, and then do it, and then grow it, and speak about it, promote it. So there's other folks that know where to go. I think that's a biggest issue. Oh, I shouldn't go into that topic, so I just leave that alone.
Don't mess up my show.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But I think that it's good for us to just promote each other, promote what we're doing. We're doing good work. We need to speak about it. We need to share it. You know, social media is a wonderful platform used correctly. Let's start sharing this stuff. This is good stuff. This is how people can stay in the know and fulfill their passion, fulfill that calling that they have. That's all I got.
Thank you, Latisha. And I'll take it from here. So, so I think that one of the things that how they can find their calling, I was one of those veterans that I was blessed. And when I say I was blessed, because I was in the medical field for 21 years. And so I knew about padding my medical record, right? I knew that. And a lot of veterans, they don't know that. I knew that if I got a scratch, oh, I'm going to sick call. I'm documenting this. And I wouldn't have known that. So it's not to down anybody else. I wouldn't have known that had I not been in the medical corps. So, and I was an ortho tech. And then I retired from Fort Campbell. And Fort Campbell was one of the first military bases that actually had a VA on base. So as we were getting out, as we were putting our retirement packets, even still now, more bases are starting to follow up. They started to, they start you starting your VA. So they start that, and they are so amazing here. Like I had foot problems back in 2009, and I didn't even put it up there. And it was like, hey, sorry, you got this going on. And I was like, oh yeah, I do, don't I? So I'm just thankful for that. But finding your calling, people want to push, and there's nothing wrong with this, but I knew this was not my path. When you retire, when you're in the service and you're getting ready to get out or retire, whatever, they say, hey, go to school and get a government job. Go to school, get a government job. I did not want to do that. I said, I want to be a socialite. What's a socialite? I just want to talk and help women veterans. But how do you do that? What does that look like? And so when they were like, hey, when you're getting ready to get out, a lot of services will let you do a internship. So they have all these different companies that you do internships with. And the list that they had, I said, I don't want to do none of that. And I found my own internship, which was a morning show. The Treva and Kevin morning show. So I started interning on this morning show. So I got dressed up and they were like, where you going? I'm going to the morning show because that's where I'm doing my internship at. And then I was their makeup artist. So I had the opportunity to do a lot of country music stars makeup while I was still active duty, makeup for the Tennessee Titans. And I was still doing that active duty because I just said, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do what I want to do. And then I ended up being an executive producer for the Treva and Kevin show. And then I retired and I stayed on for a little bit. And one of the Treva, she had a church. And so I worked with her. So I did serve. I served as her armor bearer, So I tell people now when I have an assistant, and I said, I know what it's like to serve. So I know what serving looks like, because a lot of people want people to serve them, but they've never served. And so to me, that's what that is what you could do to find your passion. You don't have to do what they say do. And I know, like, for one, my commander used to say, what are you going to do? Because you have to check these blocks when you're getting out of the military. You have to check these blocks. They want to see that you've done so many interns, that you've done a resume, that you've done all of that. And I just kind of rebelled. Like I just didn't want to do it. And I'm not suggesting that anybody rebel and not do it, but I just did not want to do it. And I said, I'm going to be a housewife. And at some point, my husband came in and he said, he asked him, like, my commander's like, sir, did your wife work? And he said, no. He was like, well, my wife isn't going to work either. So that did that. They left me alone after that, And I just know that God had a bigger calling for me. And I know that I didn't want to work and not that there's something wrong with it. So that's when I made that deal that I made. God, if we do X, Y, Z, then I'm going to do X, Y, Z. And I'm thankful that I've been able to find my calling and serve women veterans. And even on the county commission, I'm on the Veterans Service Committee. So I've been able to do all things women veterans. And that goes into B, but I'll come back to that. Hush, take it away.
Y'all had to see me. I was like, if she gives away my C block, I'm trying to keep a hot show going. All right. I know all the lady veterans, they just write, all the females like, okay, I think I'm gonna run for office. I'm gonna go to the church. I'm gonna go. You don't need, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You don't need somebody to tell you what's in your heart. And I think that's the biggest thing. you know, when it comes to veterans, when it comes to people still serving, all right, because you can still make a difference while you're still serving, you know.
That's my campaign.
How'd I know that?
Still serving.
Still serving. Service while serving. You know, you got to go with what's in your gut. And phenomenal job, ladies. Listen, if you're just tuning in, this is the PHIner Life Show. I'm your boy, Brother Hush. All right, and we're here with 4 strong women. Strong. Okay, this is Women's History Celebration Month, and you know, empowering the female veteran voice. Let's get into this next question. I just want to throw it out there. All right, now listen. It's all about mentorship. It's all about each one teach one and building up. Okay. Before you become a mentor, you got to be a leader. You got to learn how to lead. And before you become a leader, you got to learn how to follow. All right. So I'm going to just throw this out there. What role does mentorship play, or what role does mentorship have in building up those leadership qualities? And I'm going to let Joy and Sovereign Rapture, they're going to do this. Okay. I don't know who's going to go first, but they're going to do this. So take it away, one of you. Take it away. Don't be scared. All right, Joy, you got it. Go ahead. Now, see, you're going to make me call you out, Joy.
Okay. I was good. Go with the question again. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I asked, what role does mentorship play in building leadership qualities? What role does mentorship play in building leadership qualities?
To me, I feel like mentorship, building leadership qualities plays a big role as far as, you know, leading by example. Being what you have learned through your walks of life is what's really going to, and you're mentoring someone else in that field or in that path of which they want to go for them to be a good leader. So sharing those experiences that you had coming up or coming down your path, or giving what went wrong for you, what went right, and how you get to where you are right now, that plays a big role to you helping and mentoring somebody else to become a leader. A lot of people don't understand that you have to follow first. You have to be able to listen, and not just hearing, but listening. Be a listener to become a leader. So follow, lead, then mentor someone so they can become in your spot, so they can stand in your spot, in your shoes as a mentor. So you're following, you're leading, and then you become a mentor. And you're just going off experience and helping somebody on a path as well. So those are the qualities you need, in my opinion.
Q, this is why I'm doing this. Go ahead. You're on mute. You see, you were saying something good.
Yes.
You're on mute.
Yes, like I was saying, like my sister Joy said, yes, you must be a great follower in order to be a great leader. I believe that every great leader has had or have a great mentor, whether it was your parents, your grandparents, a teacher, or whoever. Their role played a big part in your life. And that makes you an effective leader. For me, it was my mom. She showed me how to balance self-care, me first, my family, my religion, work, you know. And so by her showing me the basic foundation, that showed me how to be a leader. You have to, and to be a great leader, you have to listen. Like my sister Joy said, you have to listen. It can't always be about you. You have to listen to your audience and your peers. to be a great leader. And people will follow you. You're doing great things, people will follow great things. People don't want to follow mess. So yeah, you have to look in the mirror and see yourself. You know, if you're looking in the mirror and say, hey, I don't think I'm doing a good job, what makes you think somebody else is going to follow you if you know that you ain't doing a good job? So be that example, be that man in the mirror, as they would say.
So I'm gonna throw this little part A question to that. You know, JOYous Foundation, and then gosh, Phi Nu Alpha. I'm gonna just throw this out there because I'm trying to really build a pyramid. Both of you ladies, 501c3 organizations, nonprofits, what are some lessons learned that have helped you become better leaders in your own respective orgs? This is just a little part B, this little part A to that question, you know, what role does, you know, mentorship play in leadership? And I just want you ladies to just take a minute, you know, a minute and a half to go on that. And then we're going to go to topic C, if you can. And this time we're going to start with Keasha, not you, Joy, because, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Again, you have to listen. You have to listen to what your audience wants, or your sorors, or the people that you're helping. It's all about listening. It's not all about doing what you want to do. You have to listen and see what the needs and wants of your people are, in order to be an effective leader.
My lesson learned, like Keasha said, self-care. If you don't take care of you to a certain extent, you can't help nobody else. You are not going to be any good to anyone else. So if you don't learn the self-care, take time out for a mental break for you, know what you need to do. Okay, I need to close out for a minute. I need to calm down. I need to do this to relax my mind so I can make better decisions. And I didn't do that at first. It was always go, go, go. Everybody came before me. And that wasn't good. I wasn't being an effective leader because I'll get frustrated, irritated, will always want to, you know what, shut down. I can't do that. You cannot do that as a leader. You have room to shut down, but it's a way to do it. It's how you do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And I was doing it the wrong way. I was going down the wrong path and I wasn't having that. So I found ways to take care of myself while taking care of others. And it helped me out a lot. So.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. Okay, you got a little flustered. We all get a little flustered. I don't get flustered. I'm too pretty to be flustered. Anyway, that's a lie. And the devil ain't here right now. Let's go into this next topic. This next question I'm gonna just throw out there. And actually, you know, I want everybody's gonna have a little stab at this, okay? We know that the women veteran population oftentimes gets overlooked. Let's be for real. Oftentimes there are just resources that are thrown out there just for veterans, and there's nothing really centered upon the women veteran population. And you ladies represent some of the resources and some of the outlets that are out there right now, and you are the lifeline for that military and military spouse community. So let's just table this and free for all it. You know, what are some of the gaps in services to the female veteran population, and what is needed out there? And everybody just talk your talk. Just don't talk over 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you know, because we want to be nice and clean. Okay, Latisha, she's like, I won't, Greg, but I'm gonna take 12 minutes.
I definitely wanted to throw it out there first. It's a sad day when you walk into the VA where you get your health care, and there's nothing that resembles a woman. You walk in there, you see, not throwing no shade, but you see an old man in a wheelchair, or you see, some men's security trying to frisk you to go in. Then, you go to the desk and you'll ask, where is the women's wing? And they say, go to 12th floor, the last floor of the VA. And then you got to walk all the way to the back of the hospital in order to find a small corridor for women. 9 times out of 10, there's only 2 doctors, two female doctors that actually see you for specialized care. Then let's not talk about if you have to deal with PTSD and sexual trauma, and then the person that you speak to looks like your abuser. Healthcare, the healthcare system, there's a huge gap for us women veterans. We have served, we've raised our hand just like the men, and the VA has to do better with providing us with not just adequate healthcare, but show that they care about us, our mental health status, our whole body. When we walking through a place, we want to see us. We want to feel safe. And that has been, I say it personally, but I also have had meetings and convenings with other women veterans that share the same issues. We gotta do better. I could name a whole lot, but I'm not going to do that because I don't let my other sisters share. But that's one of the biggest major ones that I've seen.
Latisha, that was deep. That was really, really deep. Like that was deep, and it's true. But I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. But something that we also need, I think, is mentorship and collaboration. I know a lot of women veterans, they get out the military because they're working so much, because they do have children to take care of. And then they get out and they're really working, because that camaraderie that you had with your sisters is no longer there, which is another reason why organizations like this are so important. But so one of the things that I incorporated was a national conference. And our national conference is always a vacation spot. So like this year it's in Puerto Rico. It's like mandatory you go. And so like it's 4 days. It's paid for by the organization. And so you go and we'll have 6 hours of training, like Myers-Briggs testing, how women should get along with each other. Because I'm a goer. And then somebody else may not be a goer. And we may clash unintentionally. So we have like 6 hours of training. And the other 3 days, we're relaxing. Because sis, I'm going to make you take a vacation. Or you're going to take a vacation. Because a lot of times we forget about that. So that's one thing. The next thing is mentorship. I know we're going backwards, but mentorship is so important. Like, for example, when I was running for county commissioner, who do I know? I'm the first elected official that I know. I know no one. I knew no one to come and show me the ropes, to mentor me through this. And my best friend is a plastic surgeon. And we were talking about that on one of our trips that we took to London. And she was saying, I didn't know any other Black women that were plastic surgeons. So I didn't know what fellowship to do, where to go. And a lot of this stuff, we can help each other. Like, I even learned this with politics. Like, we're politicians, but we help each other a lot. So just because our organization does the same thing, I'm sure we can find some differences. I'm sure there's some way that we can collaborate and say, you know what? I want to run for office. Can you help me do this? Or if I say, hey, I'm having trouble through the VA. Can you help me navigate this? Like, we can have, it's not a competition. Everything is not a competition. We need to learn how to collaborate with each other. We are not each other's enemies. We are each other's sisters, regardless. And mentor. Show somebody else something that you did not know. Because I'm like, a lot of things I say I didn't know it. So I know a lot of other people don't know it. So I'm always giving out free information. Had so many people ask me how to start a nonprofit. I made a slideshow. So now when they ask me, I just email them that slideshow. It's just the basics, but mentorship, it's not gonna hurt me to help someone else. So that's what I have to say about that.
Tangi and Latisha, that's good, is that y'all hit on those topics. And I was gonna say the exact same thing, especially what Latisha was saying, because I really feel like us as women need to have a safe space that we can go and talk about our trauma. And our trauma affects not just us, it affects our family, how we act, how we interact with other people, how we develop with our spouses, everything. So we do really need a safe place for that. Trauma is a big thing. It's before the military and after. And you know, a lot of women veterans have went through a lot of stuff while we were serving, and scared to even talk about it because it's looked upon, you know. So yeah, we do need that. We need that. And oh, Tangi, I mean, with all the different organizations that's out there, we definitely need to find some way to collaborate. Safe, without the drama, without the typical, oh, women can't do this, women can't come together for this, because it's always drama, especially Black women, you know, because we too headstrong. But it's a lot of us that are willing to, this is what I did. Oh, you want to do that? I know. But it's so many that's out there that, oh, she had to, I had to find, I had to get out the mud. They got to do it too. No, it's room for everybody to grow, to do different things. And I have a mentor foundation for young girls. Somebody else can do that too, because I can't hit every girl. I can't get every girl in the world. So I need help. I need somebody who's doing the same thing to tag team. So I take the East Coast, they take the West Coast, somebody takes South, and somebody take North. That's how we should be doing it. But I don't know how to write grants. That's what I did. So I went to somebody who knew how to do it. They didn't want to help me, so I joined a grant writing group. Let me figure out how to do this so I can teach somebody else how to do it. I have always been like that. Whatever I know, I wanted somebody else to know. Because me just holding it to myself ain't gonna help nobody. It's not gonna help anyone. So yes, it's a lot of things that we need to work on, and collaboration needs to happen like yesterday. You know, that's what we need to do. And
Wait,
we don't
Keasha,
need to talk.
hold
we
on,
don't need to
Keasha,
talk
before you
about it.
jump in. I'm sorry, but hold on, Keasha. Just before, I'm trying to make money at the same time. I mean donations. Hit every girl in the world. All the organizations on here. Hashtag hit every girl in the world. Y'all should do that for next year. Nobody better take this idea, because if you do, I'm gonna come after you. Go ahead, Keasha. I'm sorry, Joy. I just had to put it out there. Hashtag hit every girl in the world. Make that a T-shirt, and then all your organizations, you just do it. And I'm just coming up with ideas. Donations for every respective organization. We'll talk about that later. Go ahead, Keasha. I'm gonna just be quiet.
Absolutely. Like my sister Joy said, it, like they say, it takes a village to raise your kids. So it takes a village. All of us organizations, we will come together and be successful in helping our military community. I believe that the first great resource is to have a loving, a caring, and an understanding sister to lean on. Because like you said earlier, the trauma that our vets go through, they don't have people to talk to, really. I mean, to go to counseling, but what is that? But you really need somebody that's been there to understand, you know, what you've been going through, because that person can help you through the situations that you went through, you know, if you can't find that resource anywhere else. And they'll be that shoulder to lean on, and the ear to listen, and the voice to help you make it through, or just tell you that it's going to be okay. Everything is going to be all right. So that's my part on a great resource.
So let me ask you ladies this, and you know, we're just gonna go for the gusto on this last one, and then we, you know, get up out of here. In your experiences as veterans, as a military spouse, you know, what were some of the challenges that you faced recently, and how have you overcome them? You know, and you get really into this mindset of we're coming out of a pandemic. We've just, you know, had some crazy world stuff happen. I'm not trying to date my show, but there's crazy stuff always happening in the world, but particularly right now, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. You know, the economy, like, this all has to affect your psyche. Everybody on this panel, you know, what challenges have you recently faced, and how have you overcome them? And talk to the ladies that are out there that are watching this program right now, because I think somebody right now is looking for some journey, some path. They just don't know where to go.
I had to give myself throughout this, in the last couple of years, permission to grow. Because, you know, when you grow up with people, when I say grow up, I mean like grow up in the military. Because there's some ladies in my organization that I've known 10, 20 years. You know, we were teenagers together, you know, privates. And I had to give myself permission to grow, because sometimes I did realize that I was here and I'm trying to bring everybody up. And you do bring everybody up. You bring up who will come, but not everybody will come. So you have to give yourself permission to move up. You don't have to stay there because the people around you don't want to move up. You do not have to. Give yourself permission to grow. And that's what I've learned in the last 2 years.
I think the biggest challenge that I had faced, you know, being in customer service or community service, you get burnt out. If, you know, we speak about the pandemic, everyone was in a need for everything. And you want to help, you want to, you know, you're hearing all the horror stories, the things that people are going through with their children, being lonely, needing food, needing shelter, and it gets overwhelming, right? And so I had to learn how to decompress, leave it at work. Know that God is still God. God is bigger than all of this, and he's going to be the biggest provider. He provides me to do what I can do, and then he's going to do the rest. And it's hard when your job, I've worked in city government for 17 years, and my job for 17 years has been to serve, to provide, to help, to assist, to advocate. And when you get to that block where you say it's a no, you can't provide because there's not enough resources, or you don't have it, it can be very challenging for your psyche. And I had to decompress, and I had to learn how to just give some things to God. And with COVID being that challenging, it was that much closer that I got to him. I had to give a lot to him. So if, you know, for anyone that's listening, for anyone that works in these fields, you know, we got the nurses and the doctors and all these people that care for someone else. We cannot carry the burden of caring for someone else all the time. We got to learn how to let some things go and give them some things to God.
Absolutely. I agree with my sister. My biggest thing was asking for help. I was a cosmetologist. And of course, during the pandemic, you got laid off. You couldn't work. I always depended on my check. My spouse has a check. He pays bills. My part is to help him. So when it came time where we needed food, you know, I'm always helping other people with people. Sometimes people don't ask you what you need. So my biggest challenge was asking people for help. And so, you know, that's what I overcome. And so my thing to you is, if it's something that you need, or some kind of resource, don't be quiet, don't be silent about it. Talk to somebody and they will help you. That was the biggest thing for me, asking for help. So you have people and resources out there that's willing and want to help. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
My biggest thing that I had to overcome, especially during this pandemic, is to don't worry about if someone gonna judge me on decisions I'm gonna make for my family. What was best for me, how I should move, and just do it. Just grow. Do what's best so you can get ahead. And I learned that I can't take everybody with me. I can't continue to overextend myself for everyone. I couldn't do it because it was bringing me down. It was holding me up. And sad to say, it was my family. And family is the one that's going to do it the most because they don't want to see you grow. So they're going to say, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Or this is going on, why are you doing this? This is the best time to do it. This is the right time to do it. And this is what I'm going to do. And I did it I didn't care what anybody said. I'm going to do it. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm helping people. So that's what I learned. Just do it. Do what God put on your heart to do. And long as you and God talked about it and y'all doing, and you have God in everything, it's okay. No matter what anybody else say, it's okay. Just do it. So that was my learn from the pandemic.
All right. Well, before I end the show, you know what time it is. Promo time. What, brother? It's time for everybody. When you come on the show, this is the best time because everybody gets to talk their stuff, push their websites, and then I just make it magically appear on the screen. Ding. All right. So you know, we're gonna do Latisha, then we're gonna do Tangi, then we're gonna do Joy, then we're gonna do Keasha. Okay, listen, just talk your stuff. What initiatives are you doing? Give one website. Okay, one website. All right, and because that's all you're gonna get, and then we just gonna go from there. Okay, and keep it to 2 minutes. Keep it to 2 minutes. All right, go ahead, Latisha.
I am going to try. So again, I am the vice president and founder of Sigma Theta Alpha Military Sorority Incorporated. We have 9 divine women that came together and said we want to build an organization that is going to empower women to be powerful, to be great leaders. We were looking for quality, not quantity. We don't care how many people are, but we want folks that is like-minded. And so we built our initiatives around that thought. So we have 4 initiatives that I'd just like to just throw out there very quickly. One of our initiatives is Be Mindful, and that is around mental health and suicide awareness. We have another initiative called the Diamond Youth and Scholarship Program. It is just what it is. It's a scholarship program for our seniors. We are coming up with an event on June 10th. That is a gala that will support our city. We'll have more information about that floating around. Our third initiative is Women Veterans Network for Entrepreneurship program. That is one that's near and dear to my heart because I felt like there wasn't enough forums that put women that wanted to do business and women that already are successful in business, bringing them together and talk about best practices. This platform, this initiative is going to provide a platform for that. We're going to have keynote speakers. We're going to have folks that come in to teach someone how to build a successful build a program or business. That what that platform is going to be about. And lastly is domestic abuse and bullying. We call it DAB, and of course it is awareness for bullying and abuse. We already work with some homeless shelters, some women organizations that identify domestic violence, and we're working with them and doing some volunteer work. So we are in our first year. We're about to make our Founders Week. We're about to celebrate 1 year. That was some sweat, tears, and crying, but we got it off the ground. Our Founders Week is the March 13th through the 16th. We're going to have some wonderful events and some speakers, and we're going to be repping our colors. And I ask and hope that you all will join us. You all will get invitations. We would love, like what our sister said, collaboration. Collaboration is the key. Promote, work together. And so this will be an opportunity for y'all to see what we're doing and how we can all work together to do it together, right? We are socializing this on all our social media networks. If you want to find out more about what we are doing in our initiatives, you can go to social media at sigmathetaalpha.org. I'll say it again, social media at sigmathetaalpha.org. That's it on my end.
All right. Well, let the games begin. Let it go.
So I'm here. I kind of did it backwards. I did it the opposite way. So I founded Women Elevated first. Switch it up on it. So we did Women Elevated first with the transition house, and actually just the 501(c) and just helping. We did that, and with that we have the house that we help them with, and then we also help like with bills. We have 3 initiatives that's under that program. But then I was talking to someone and they were like, hey, we need help. Because when you have an organization, a nonprofit, I'm pretty sure Joy can attest to that, you're dependent on volunteers. And so I reached out to a bunch of different military sororities and fraternities, and I said, hey, have you ever thought about making us your initiative? When nobody took the bait. So you know what, baby? Somebody said it. I created myself. Okay. So therefore, we created another sorority. And I said, you know what? This sorority, this will be the initiative of the sorority. And so that's PHInerMilitarySorority.org. PHInerMilitarySorority.org. Remember, I told you I put my money where my mouth is. So this year is our first annual Best of the MGLO. So if you think your organization, rep it, a little friendly competition. I ain't never heard nobody. Just since we're giving away over $5,000 worth of prizes for military organization. We got the #1 best founders, most community service. We got different. Don't get me telling all of it because I'll mix it up because the ladies are doing all that stuff and they'll say, Empress Commissioner, you forgot to mention XYZ. But we do have a lot of categories. We are, wanting everybody to come out. We want to share. We've been really blessed. And this is a way that we can bless other organizations, but you got to participate to win, right? You got to participate to get the money. You can't, and you got to be there to be present. And that will tie in to, that's our crossing in the Best of the MGLO. And the next day we'll tie into our gala, where every year for the last 5 years, we've given away $1,000 scholarship to a military child. And this is our last year that we're going to have it in Clarksville, and then we're taking the show on the road. The reason why we're having it in Clarksville, this is election year. And our county mayor has bought a table. So it's going to be some of the biggest and brightest. And it is a way to meet, see and be seen for this one. And this is because this is the last one going to be in Clarksville. And we're going to move it on. I am introducing the Tangi C Women Veterans Entrepreneur Grant because I love to see women veterans be entrepreneurs. I love it. I love it. And then, I say, you know what? Let me give you a little something to help you out. Let me help you out with this website. Let me help you out with these cards. Let me help you out. Let me help you be able to start your LLC. Just let me give you that push, sister, because I know it's in you. So we got the Tangi C Women Veteran Entrepreneur Grant that we're giving out. We have the $1,000 military child scholarship. Can't be a part of Women Elevator or Pi Mu Phi to enter that. So hey, for the taking, and the money that we're giving out and the prize that we're giving out for the best of the MGLO. So we've actually trademarked that too. We started trademarking that. So that's the best of the MGLO. So we hoping that it gives an opportunity for everybody to come together and showcase what they do. That's what I got. And again, that is Pi Mu Phi militarysorority.org. And you get your women elevator. But okay, that's all I got.
Listen, I already put it in the gallery because I put it up one time. You're gonna have me doing it. We're gonna do it again and again and again. And I'm gonna just say this, best of them. I got 2 line jackets. That's how crazy. I'm gonna just shameless plug that. I'm gonna put that down there. Joy, listen, we gonna go to Joy.
We're trying to help everybody.
I know, but you are gonna also do that virtual, right? Best of MGLO, give that also for a little virtual thing.
Well, we're gonna do it virtual, but you got to have a representative there too.
I know, yeah. So if you have a representative there, yes, and then they're gonna do virtual, yes. But everybody's gonna follow you on social media, and they're gonna follow. They're gonna find it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, Joy, listen. I'm telling you right now, this is one of the reasons why you are on the show, because I feel that there are not that many initiatives for young women out there that are doing it the way you do it. And Joy,
Right.
I'm gonna let you talk about the way you do it, because I like it. Go ahead, Joy. I'm gonna just be quiet.
Okay, what we do with the young ladies of JOYous Foundation, which I call is my emeralds. What we do is we try to get them together, build a sisterhood, do community service with those young ladies, and they do a certain amount of hours. They do social events with each other, bonding events. We do some virtual things. We go out and feed the homeless. We just do a lot of different things, and for maybe 6 weeks. Then I induct them into the JOYous Foundation, have a big ceremony for them and give them their emeralds. And then we just go on from there. I bring speakers in to speak about leadership, self-care, depression, anxiety, how to deal with different things. So we don't just stop with the 6 weeks. I want to stay with them until they go to college or become a grown, successful woman like I am. So if there's anybody out there that wants or think they are like-minded or want to protect my young ladies like I do and want to fill out to be a mentor, just go on joyousfoundation.org and fill out to be a mentor. Or if you know any young ladies in the Charleston area, Chicago area, Tampa area, Huntsville area, or whatever area, Clarksville, Georgia, wherever y'all want to, start it up or, help extend JOYous Foundation. You can become mentees, whatever, mentees, mentors, whatever you need. Just go on JOYous Foundation to help out, and let's get these young ladies on a road to womanhood. What else? Oh, Joy Care. I also have Joy Care that I have a lot of resources, whether it's financial or just pointing in the right direction for women who've experienced domestic violence, sexual assault, drug and alcohol abuse, a safe place for them. I talk to them. I give them other people who have experienced, other women who's experienced the same things to talk to them, because we're not better than each other, so that's what some women feel, and they don't have a safe space for that. So I provide that for them. Just come talk to me, and I'm going to listen, because they need somebody to listen. Sometimes I have to talk people down for being suicidal, that's giving up, want to just not be here because they don't have anyone in that corner. So I do have some women, not many, because I'm very protective of who I bring into my foundation and who partners with me. I'm very protective of that. So if you know somebody who can really add to JOYous Foundation and help with building JOYous Foundation, that reach out to me or go on my website, and I'll definitely interview them, talk to them, and give them a try. So that's what JOYous Foundation do. Become an emerald.
All right. Well, listen. You gotta do what you do. And listen, I'm gonna just say, if you a spouse, go ahead, Keasha. I'm gonna just be quiet. If you a spouse, you need to listen right now. I'm gonna just shh. I'm gonna hush. Go ahead, Keasha. And once again, that mute button. She was saying something good, but we lost the first 10 seconds of it.
Don't mute button, don't hush me.
Yeah,
Okay. Again, I am Kiasha Daniels-Henderson, one of the founders of Phi Nu Alpha Military Spouses Sorority Incorporated, where we inspire women to make a difference. Our purpose is to provide resources and support for our veterans and active duty and their families, making sure that they have all the resources that they need, and to provide services for our surrounding homeless community. I have two other founders, Lanita Outspoken, Scott, and Lynn, Gemini Holloway. I just wanted to put those ladies out there. So we have a program called the Butterfly Effect, and that program is to mentor our high school students and teach them about financial literacy. We also have a program called On the Move, and that program provides suitcases for our homeless veterans and surrounding communities, so that they don't have to carry around plastic bags while they try to find shelter. It's just a temporarily storage unit for them until they find housing, because we've seen a lot of homeless people walking around with plastic bags and stuff, and their property get damaged and stuff. So we created this program to provide suitcases for them so that they can have some kind of protective for their personal products. You can visit our website at PHInualpha2020.org. PHINerLife2020.org and do your research on our organization and see if it's for you, because we are looking for like-minded individuals. Like my sister said earlier, we're looking for quality, not quantity. The reason why we started this organization is to help spouses know that they have their resources and they're not alone when their spouses get deployed, and that we are here for them. So that is my part. Thank you again for having me, and thank you, sisters, for joining.
You can't say thank you. I'm the one that says thank you. That's the way this show ends. But okay, thank you. You know, you did say it for me anyway. Well, listen, everybody, you know how I do. You already know, Brother Hush. You already know the PHIner Life Show. This is season 2, and we are going with a bang. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna just say it. If you are not following us, okay, you need to follow mubetaphi, okay. www.mbphikings2017.org, mbphikings2017.org, because I always just put it like right there. Okay, you just need to log on. Okay, listen, as long as you served in the military, okay, or still serving, yeah, we take guard, reserve, we take active duty, we just take it all. Just but if can you go through the process? We looking for everybody says the same thing. We looking for quality, not quantity. Well, doggone it, we looking for quality too. But listen, also, if you just want to be on the show, hit us up. PHIner Life Show, okay? YouTube, social media, podcast. We're on all of it, all right? And I'm just going to tell you right now, we are always out there pushing out content to help empower our veteran community. That is what we do, and that is what we are for. Listen, I'm going to just thank all you ladies for coming on the show. Thank you for being a part of this Women's History celebration, okay? Empowering the female veteran voice, okay? This does not get covered enough. And we hope that you, as the viewer, you will go just make a little promise to yourself. I'm going to do something this month to help a female veteran. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it. Just make that promise to yourself, whether you're donating, whether you're donating cash, donating your time, do something for the women veterans out there because they deserve it. Thank you guys and gals for tuning into the PHIner Life Show. See you next time. Peace.